All right, Shalom. We're the real Hebrew Israelites coming to you again with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. First and foremost, let's give all praise and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles of the great millstone who rule well and teach well. Salutations to Yakim out and the four corners of the earth, pushing out the word of truth and sincerity. You know, and we're just going to go into a quick lesson about improving through the scriptures, that it's a commandment to, you know, consume the whole roll, you know, and why it's so important, man. You know, because that's you know, this is where we get our life source from, man. And, it's just to illustrate how important it is in this work, man.
This is Ezekiel chapter 3, verse 1. It says, moreover, he said unto me, Son of man, eat that thou findest, eat this roll, and go speak unto the house of Israel. So I opened my mouth, and he caused me to eat that roll. Verse 3, it says, and he said unto me, Son of man, cause thy belly to eat, and fill thy bowels with this roll that I give thee. Then did I eat it, and it was in my mouth as honey for sweetness.
Right. You know, and that roll is talking about the scriptures, you know. And basically that's what we're commanded to do, is to continue to read and read. You know, over here in Revelations, if I get this one real quick. Revelations 1 and 3, it says, Blessed is he that readeth, and they that hear the words of this prophecy, and keep those things which are written therein, for the time is at hand. You know, and that reading also goes to understanding, you know. But the point is that this is where the wisdom lies at, man. And this is what we need to, you know, constantly be putting our body into subjection and reminding us, you know, that we should be reading, man. You know what I'm saying? You get that Philippians. This is Philippians 1 and 9. It says, and this I pray, that your love may abound yet more and more in knowledge, yet in all judgment. You know, and this is what Paul prayed for us, man. That we continue to abound in the knowledge, man. You know, and those are the things that we should be doing right now, man. You know, shit. You know, it's a big book and everything, but every day, you know, we should be striving to become more familiarized, you know, with the page, with these pages, and seek the understanding in them, man. You know?
And to get understanding, because you got to read to get understanding, and that proves that these pastors, these fake ass prophets in these churches don't really read these scriptures, you know, because they don't have the understanding to them. You know.
Yeah, you'll probably read the scriptures to them they never even heard of before, man. You know, but those top head pastors, they know what's in there, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They just purposely speak soft words to the people, you know, kind words, so they can keep coming and giving that money, man. Instead of preaching the whole road, man, the good and the bad.
It's a business.
Yep. Shit. Multi-billion-dollar business, bro. Shit.
They don't even gotta pay taxes.
Right.
They don't gotta pay property taxes or anything. We don't even get the Hebrew.
Yeah, what's next? Revelations. Yeah.
Alright, this is the book of Revelations, chapter 10. I'm gonna start at 9. It says, and I went unto the angel, and said unto him, Give me the little book. And he said unto me, Take it, and eat it up, and it shall make thy belly bitter, but it shall be in the mouth sweet as honey.
Right, and that's the spirit right there. You know, the good and the bad, man. The sweet as honey, and also it's gonna be bitter, man. You know, because, you know, in the truth we find out, you know, we're the kings of this world, man. You know, serving out our captivity, but that's the part of the bitter too, man. That we're in captivity, man. Yep. You know what I'm saying? We got to go through the bullshit right now, man. You know, but that's the difference between us and the churches, man. That's why you need to, you know, instead of hearing how it's written in the scriptures, oh shit, I'll just get it real quick. It's right here. This is Acts 5 and and 30. No, let me start 29. Then Peter and the other apostles answered and said, "We ought to obey God rather than men." You know, and that's the separation. You know, that we're actually attaining them to what the Lord wants us to do, man. What He wants us, you know, how He wants us to please Him, man, and seek Him and worship Him, man. You know, it's through the scriptures. It's written throughout, man. You know, and the true balance and truth comes from is coming from Great Millstone, man. You know, so consume your role and continue to learn from the brothers here, man. You know, likewise, man, because them brothers more than likely are the ones that are gonna break it down and give you the understanding to it, man.
Yep.
You know. Yeah. Let's see what's that next one. Colossians 3:5.
Yeah, Hebrews.
Oh yeah.
This is Hebrews chapter 10, verse 7. It says, Then said I, Lo, I come, and the volume of the book is written of me, to do thy will, O power.
Right. And that's talking about Yahushua, man. Like he's in the volume of the whole book, man. So, you know how it's written in Matthew that if you knock, He shall open the door and He shall sup with you.
Yep.
You know, because He's the Word, man. He is wisdom. You know, so really when you're reading the scriptures, you're really supping with Yahushua, man. You know, and all the words that are written here, He has for you, man. You know, so shit, attain unto wisdom, man. As written in the Wisdom of Solomon, those who delight in scepters and thrones and scepters, honor wisdom, man. You know. Yeah, Colossians.
Colossians?
Yeah, Bible sure. You know, that's part of accepting Yahushua, really, too. You know, consuming that whole role. You know?
This is Colossians chapter 2, verse 7. It says, Rooted and built up in Him and established in the faith, as ye have been taught, abounding therein with thanksgiving.
Colossians 3:5.
Oh, Slakia. 3 and 5? Slakia. This is Colossians chapter 3, verse 5. It says, Mortify therefore your members which are upon the earth, fornication, uncleanness, inordinate affection, evil concupiscence, even concupiscence, and covetousness, with which is idolatry. Idolatry. So
It says, mortify therefore ye the members, you know, that are upon the earth, you know, basically this flesh, man, you know, and you know, what did I say? Yeah, that part of doing that is what's gonna teach you how to do that is learning the breakdowns that are in these scriptures, man. You know, because the scriptures give you occasions of like examples of how some people have gone off, and you know the example of the Lord's judgment to give you the accounts, to give you that understanding of what the scriptures are talking about, man. You know, and when you learn those things, you know how to make the better adjustments in your life. You know, that you may be able to follow and seek the Most High more effectively, man. You know, and in that right spirit. You know, that's part of, because without mortifying those weak members of the flesh, man. You know, but you know we're not gonna be perfect until the Lord comes back and gives us our new bodies, right? But you know what I'm saying, right now we're striving unto the masteries, man. You know, we're seeking after righteousness, because that's the type of kingdom that we wish to inherit, man. You know, wherein lays righteousness, man. And plus, you know, it's also written when the Lord comes back, what shall He find you doing, man? You know, blessed should be the ones that He finds seeking after wisdom, man. His wisdom, man.
Yep.
Which is true wisdom. You got this one?
Yes, 1 Corinthians.
Yeah.
It's 1 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 7. It says, but we speak the wisdom of the Most High in a mystery, even the hidden wisdom, which the Most High ordained before the world unto our glory.
Yeah, and that's the point, man. That this word is a mystery, man. You know, it's a big old puzzle that you know you need to know the combinations, the right precept link ups, man. You know, and it's given unto us right now, man. So, shit, man. Man, you should count yourself counted blessed that you even understand these scriptures, man. You know, man. But yeah, that's the point. What's the next one?
Yeah, 2 Peter chapter 2:2.
Okay, you got that
It
right.
says, 2 Peter chapter 2:2, it says, and many shall follow their pernicious ways, by reason of whom the way of truth shall be evil spoken of.
Right, and that's very plain and simple, because if you're not attaining unto this wisdom, well, guess what? You know, you're leaving that room for other wickedness to reside, man. You know what I'm saying? And without knowing how to fight off those demons according to this wisdom, according to the examples that were given unto us, and according to the, you know, to the commandments we're given unto what to do, you know, unto demons, man. You know, without that, you know, you got room for folly, man. You know what I'm saying? And we gotta be sanctified, man. Separate ourselves from the world, the deeds of this world, and follow on to the deeds of the Lord, man. You know, and I'm gonna repeat again, and all these things, you know, you know, you don't even know what you're missing until you consume that whole roll, man. You know, but you know, that's about it. You got another precept?
I'm gonna bring out this is Ephesians chapter 6:13. Well, I'm gonna say 11. It says, verse 11 says, "Put on the whole armor of the Most High, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil."
Right, and that's what I had mentioned earlier about you know, consuming that whole roll. So you know, because all the valuable traits are in here, man. The armor of the Lord. This is what's gonna protect you in that day, man. Wisdom and knowledge to be the stability of that time, man.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, everything was written aforetime for our learning. You know, this is written for us for this day. Really.
Yeah.
You know, if you really think about it, the scriptures really was written for the elect. Because a lot of people who have these scriptures in their houses don't even deserve them.
Right. Because they're just in there collecting dust.
You know, they're not using them.
Hey, come man, but you know, with that, hopefully the elect out there was edified. With that, we're gonna give our praises to Yahweh Shem Shai. Dawada to the double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, and Shalom to Yaakov in the four corners of the earth. Shalom.
Shalom.